Tommy Pereira, a 6'2" senior guard from Nottingham, England, calls the court of Ryder Bronx Alumni Gym his home. Recruited to play Division I ball in Lawrenceville, New Jersey on a full scholarship, Tommy joined the Bronx men's basketball team in 2010. Over his 4-year career, he has grown into an all-star player and a three-point scoring machine. Now that his 4 years are coming to a close, what does the future hold? For many young athletes after college, it's finally time to hang up the jersey and stop playing games. But not for Tommy. He has many more games to play, on the soccer field.
How I got started in sports was all through my dad. He pushed me when I was a kid, and he told me that when you're young enough, you just want to enjoy sports. So I enjoyed them. I played every sport that I could. I played rugby, basketball, football, tennis. I ran track and field, and it bared down to basketball and football. And some of my earliest memories would be like when I'm playing for like the Forest youth team, me scoring some great goals, one from the halfway line. That was probably my biggest memory. It was against Ipswich under 12s. I know that will always be in the memory bank. I knew I was best at football because my granddad, he was an ex-professional, my dad was an ex-professional for Portugal, and as soon as I can remember, my dad bought me a football and I started just kicking around with him, and he really passed everything on to me that I know today. When I was a kid, I grew up watching Luis Figo, Rui Costa, all the great Portuguese players, and I really modeled my game after that. But then basketball came along, and I was really good at basketball too, not to sound biased. Really good at basketball and football, and then my dad let me choose, and I chose basketball. When I was 18, I was coming off the English National Championship game. I scored 45 points, and I had a few scouts there watching me. And I had the opportunity to sign with an academy in Spain, the Canary Islands. And there I had no aspirations about coming to the United States to play basketball. I was gonna go there for a year, take a year out, and go professional from there. But as soon as the coach sat me down, he was like, these college teams interested in you, and this is what they can give you. So you know what, I welcomed the idea, and I sat down with multiple colleges and college coaches, and what really sold me to come to Ryder was the old coach, Tommy Dempsey. He actually flew out and visited me.
Ladies and gentlemen, please check your seatbelts. We've been cleared for departure.
Making the 3,452-mile-long journey from Nottingham, England to Lawrenceville, New Jersey was interesting, to say the least.
Well, all I knew was the last thing I spoke to Tommy Dempsey, and he was like, they sent me a Ryder shirt, and he was like, asked me when the flight was, and I gave him the details, and then that was it. My parents took me to the airport, and I was on my own from there. And then eventually one of the coaches, I didn't even know, it was just a random guy walking up to me. But no, he was one of the coaches. And no, it was right off the bat, they made me feel welcome, and it was a great experience.
Tommy was hoping to try and pursue a career in both basketball and soccer while at Ryder, but ultimately basketball won out.
I had to take it with a pinch of salt. It was just one of those, I mean, I had a gut feeling that he was going to say no because they specifically brought me over here for basketball. So I was already going in when I asked him, and then he sat me down, and he was like, look, we can't let you do this because we don't want you to get injured. I played for Nottingham Forest juniors for a good 5-6 years. So the coaches in Nottingham Forest, they already knew what I had and what potential I could get to. But no, this past summer, I spoke to my friend Jamal Lascelles. I played with him through the junior team, and like when we separated, I went my way to go basketball. He stayed with Nottingham Forest, and now he broke into the first team and he's starting. So I just asked him, I was like, can I come and do preseason with you guys? Just ask the coach. So he asked, and they was like, you know what, bring him down. And at that time, the head coach didn't know me, but as soon as I walked in the door, I was greeted with all the like academy coaches, the youth coaches, and they was like, they couldn't believe how much of a man I've grown into. And they was like, you know what, we'll see what you've got. So all the fitness drills that they asked me to do, I passed them all. And then when we started scrimmaging and playing, they was really pleased with like how I've come, even though I haven't been playing, so they could see the raw talent was there. And they actually offered me the opportunity to stay and play with them this past summer. But I sat with my parents and I was like, look, if I take this opportunity now, I've just wasted the three years of my life. Being over here, doing something that, you know, it's not going to benefit me. But I said to them, I was like, look, let me go back for a 4th year, get my degree, enjoy my senior year, and you know what, if you still want to do it, we'll talk when I come home. And they was like, no, as soon as you come home off that plane, we want to see you. So that's one of the benefits.
Soccer is not only close to his heart, but will also keep him closer to his family.
It puts everything in perspective, how much family means to me. Yeah, they came over. First of all, they came over for my 21st birthday 2 years ago. That was, I mean, it was great just to see them. Like, it was the first time in America, so we went to see all the sites in New York, and it was nice. And then they came over again this year for senior night, and just seeing them being able to be in the environment that I've always been in for 4 years. Like, it was a packed zoo, which was nice, and like everyone, they even played the national anthem for me, which was really touching. And I appreciate it, and just having them there by my side, like actually watching me, because I've always had them by my side through football and basketball. They've been to every single one of my games, and just like having them there again, I mean, it gave me a confidence boost, and it just, like I said, it just makes me realize like how much my family means to me. Yeah, I mean, when I was a kid, it was just me and my family. Like, we're such a tight-knit family, so it's tough because I don't really get to see them or talk to them that often. But I mean, I got kind of accustomed to it, like dibbling, dabbling, talking to them every now and again. But like this past year, I've prided it upon myself to talk to them more, Skype them more. And with losing my granddad this year, this past May, I took it upon myself to keep my grandma as close as I can, because she lives on her own now, and she's one of the most important family members to me. So, I mean, I'm all she's got right now. So I pride myself upon that. I can't afford to be away from home any longer. And I was considering playing in Europe, playing basketball in Europe, but that requires me living away from my family as well. And that's just not one of the opportunities that I'm willing to take right now. I mean, I don't know how many years, God bless my grandma, she's got left, but I want to be by her side every minute that I can be. Lucky's not the word. I've been blessed, really. To have such a supportive family from the get-go, I couldn't ask for more. I wanted to better myself, and I could only have done that with my parents. Not just my parents, but my family altogether. Whatever I did, they always had my back, and they always told me that whatever you do, how low you go, how high you go, will always be with you. And you know, lucky, yes, blessed, even more.